Alright, today's video is changing. I can't even tell in there. It's light. Changing the shaft. The boots are torn. So that's what we're going to be changing. That's the new one right here. Nice and pretty. We did one, the left side, another day. And it was fucking.
Here with you for leaving, so he doesn't like the guinea pigs. Plus, he wants to.
That's the driver's side one. We did that one last week. Came out good. It was a hassle. We had to take off the hold on. We had to take off the end link just to get the boot through it. So, anyways, first off, jack it up. Jack it up. Got jack stands under it. Place it on the jack stand. You never want to just mess with it, just a jack, because you never know if it'll get away. So first you take off the nuts, and then get the tire off. So let's see if we can get that. All right. And there's the tire. Then you got these 12mm bolts, or I'm sorry, nuts, right here. So next is that. Yeah, you got the gist of it. So get them all off, and then we'll go to the next step. There's 8, I believe. No, 6. There's 6 12mm bolts.
Them all off, I'll show it.
All right, and also on top of the nuts, there's these cone spacers. Point to one of them. Right there. You can see it right there. What we usually do to hit them out was get a hammer and just kind of tap lightly on the nut, on the bolt itself, and they kind of just pop loose. So you got to take them all off there, right here. And they pry loose. So we'll show you right there. All right. So you can see how that one just came loose. Then you get some vice grips or needle nose or whatever you have, and just go ahead and grab it.
Maybe.
And pull it right out. So you can see where it fits in. Little cone washers. So you gotta get all 6 of them out. So just tap it on the bowl and it'll loosen up. Alright, so then you want to get that plate off. Yeah, so there's a little crease right there. You can kind of see it.
Should be sealed.
Yeah, it probably has some sealant in there. So, again, just kind of tap it off if you have to. Or whatever you got, tap it off.
We're almost actually going to start again.
Yeah, I got it.
Show like how we got it off.
We're already good right now. Alright, so boom. Pry it in a little bit, get a good lip, and then you just pry it right out. And she should come out eventually. And also you want to take this little cap in the right here that he's hitting. So you can see where it's on here. Got it off. Now we have the nut right here. We got to remove. So that's what's next, because that's what holds this plate on. So let's see a close up. So we got to remove this nut right here, and then you can take off this outer plate. And take off the nut and take off that washer. Then boom, that comes right off. Next is, there's a snap ring right in there. Just holds the shaft in there. And then you gotta work on the nut and the washers that are in the back. That's what's next. What we usually do is, because we don't have that size nut, or a socket I mean, we just use a flathead and a hammer, and we'll just loosen it up like that. It's not the right way, but we don't have the nut or the socket for it. So
Specialty tool.
exactly, the specialty tool. So we'll show you when I got that all off. So we just got the snap ring off. There. That fits into the grooves right in there. Then you got a washer. And then you got to work on that nut. So this is our method. We just loosen it with a screwdriver and a hammer. It's not torqued on there, crazy. But there you go. Now you're able to get it by hand. Yes, there is a socket for this. You can probably pick it up at your local auto store, AutoZone or something like that.
It's a specialty tool. I think you have to get from Toyota.
No, never mind.
Maybe.
It might be a
I'm not
Toyota tool.
positive.
But there's a socket out there for it. So after that, then you got, looks like a tab washer. You got to bend the tabs out, kind of. And then there's a tab washer. And I believe, yep, one more nut. And I don't know. You never mess with this truck, right? This side? You never mess with this side? Oh, you have? Okay.
Yeah, I've changed my rotors and shit. So.
Okay. No, I'm talking about like the nut and all. Okay, so yeah, so I guess they don't come torqued on there. Crazy.
I've done this one.
And then you gotta take that off, and I think you're pretty much done with the inside of it. Then you gotta come back, and I'll show you once we mess with it. Alright, next is these 4 bolts. Or, yeah, they're bolts. You got 2 right here. Zoom out so you can kind of see. These 2 right here. And then, same thing on the other side. You want to take all 4 off, and they're 14 millimeter, I believe.
Yeah.
So those are next. Get all 4 off. Alright, watch out, Watson. Watch out. Alright, and the reason why we take this off, because it gives you leeway room to pull off this hub assembly away from this lower control arm, and it gives you more freedom when we finally trying to pull this out. So that's why we're doing that. So next should be the 6 very tight bolts. So alright, so what we're doing right here, we have a wrench on the back side, keep this from spinning, and it's going to hold on to the lower control arm mount, and we're going to pull, of course, counterclockwise. We have a breaker bar. We suggest a breaker bar. Alright, we're going to put some torque on it. And there's 6 of them, so you're going to want to do all 6. If you use that method, that'll keep this from spinning, and then you'll be able to break all the bolts loose. So that's what's next. And I also forgot to say, make sure you get the nut side on all of them, because last time we were messing with it, we were wasting so much fucking time trying to pull on the bolt side. But those bolt side, I believe, not are welded on there, but they're part of the inner side. So don't do like us and waste all your fucking time trying to break the fucking bolts on when it's not possible. So yeah, you gotta make sure you go on the nut sides. And yeah, so there's all 6 of them off. You can see it's kind of loose. There's a light at. There, you can see it's loose already. Look in. Yeah, so now we gotta just mess with this side to pull it off. So we'll show you when that's done. Actually, we'll try to do it right now. But before you start messing with that, it took us a while, you gotta take your end link off. Connects to your sway bar. You wanna take that off, because this pole gets in the way when you're trying to take off this side. So just take that off right now, and we'll get there. Or we'll show you when everything's off. Alright. It's a, forgot to say, it's a 14 millimeter top and bottom. We'll put a wrench on top and we'll use an extension and get it from the bottom. You can see it right up in there. So that's what's next. Alright, now we just got the half shaft out. Or the end link, I'm sorry. Yep, there it's go. So now we have room so when we get the boot. So now what we're going to do is put a jack on the bottom of this rotor. I'm going to lift it up and it sort of extends its way out. Just enough so we can get these we can get the threads off the bolts or the axle off the bolts, and then once we get that, then it should slide right out. Alright, so the reason why we jacked it up is because it strains out the axle, and then now
Did it separate? Like it's supposed to right here?
I don't know. So now we got it off the threads. Now we gotta.
No, it didn't even separate.
No?
These 4 bolts.
Oh, that's why. Well, watch your fingers, don't slam your shit. Alright, now we got it off, so now we kind of got to play with going up and down with the rotor to loosen that down, and then we can just straight pull it out. So we'll show you when it's done. Alright, what we had to do was turn it left because coming straight out, if the wheel was straight, it was hitting on the shock right there. So we turned the fucking wheels left and was able to slide it right out. Alright, and here's the old versus the new. Alright, and everything, you just put it right back in. Same thing. Keep it to the left so you're able to go in, and there he goes. Alright, got the new one in. He's bolting them up right now. Through. So you kind of have to play with this going up and down, and we turn the wheel straight, and now you just got to play with it, try to find the right angle, the right area to put it back in. And don't force it, exactly.